If you could forget everything else and focus on this one thing, it will enable you to manifest everything that you want or desire. In fact, deep down, everybody wants this one thing. We are all after the same thing, but we've been distracted from the truth, and that has led us into the lie of wanting things that are almost unfulfilling for what we truly want. And the way that I found out about this was very powerful and life transformative. And it got me deeper to understanding how God works, how the universe works. So many years ago, maybe not many years ago, maybe about 3-4 years ago, I took place in plant medicine ayahuasca. And from that, I got to experience Mother Nature, God, the universe. And my intention for my ceremony was to learn Law of Attraction 2.0. Because what I was being taught was to visualize my reality, to write down my scripting, to do these techniques and strategies and these vision boards and affirmations in order to manifest my reality. And whilst those things sometimes worked for me, it felt like I was doing something that was needy, that I was wanting and desiring, and I was coming away from myself, wanting things in the material world. Now, this might be not for everyone. Maybe you feel different around this, but there was something a little bit off about the law of attraction and manifesting. It felt like, for me, it was just putting me further in the matrix. Now, prior to me learning about law of attraction and manifesting, I was into conspiracy theorist. And I used to watch videos by David Icke. David Icke's an OG in the game when it comes to conspiracy and understanding how our reality works. There are certain movies and documentaries here on YouTube that you start to learn how the banking system works and how very few people own a majority of the companies in the entire world and how this reality functions. Now, again, this is conspiracy. You can choose to believe in it or not. But when you dive deep into spirituality and you do a lot of meditation and you tap in, tune in, turn on, and if you've participated in things like ayahuasca, iboga, 5-MeO-DMT, mushrooms, you will know that there's more in our reality beyond our five senses, and that there's something deeper than what we experience through our limited perception. And understand that our senses can only read or view or interpret a certain frequency, certain bandwidth. And through meditation or through doing things like plant medicine or even through breath work, we're able to see more than what we can see with our physical senses. We can experience more than what we can see with the five senses. And so after 16 years of manifestation, I've traveled all over the world. I've helped many people manifest large sums of money. I've had clients who were struggling to get pregnant that have become pregnant. I've had people who had PTSD that no longer have PTSD from the work that I do. I've transformed many people's lives. And so what I'm sharing actually works. And what I've seen over the years is that people only want one thing. The only thing that people want is to connect back to love. I know that sounds crazy, but this is what I've seen. Everybody wants the same thing. Everybody just wants love, nothing else. So let me give you an example. When it comes to wanting more money, people want more money so that they can create security, so that they can give to other people, which is love, right? Give to their kids, to create a legacy, to create generational wealth, to be able to do the things that you want to do, and essentially give more love. People want to get into a relationship because of love. People want a car or whatever it is because they want to validate themselves, or they want to be validated by other people by the things that they have and the things that they have achieved and accomplished in their life so that they can receive love. So many people who are hyper successful, usually sometimes they feel insecure about where they're currently at, and they want to use that pain to fuel them into the outcomes that they want in their life. They achieve it, and then they start to get the admiration and love from their friends and family because of what they've accomplished and because of what they have achieved. I watched an interview with someone many years ago where this coach was coaching a client, and the client is one of the top 1% earners in the world, and she still wanted to become a billionaire. And the coach asked this woman, "Why do you want to do that?" "Oh, I want to prove to the people when I first started that didn't like me," right? And it goes to show that even in the manifestation spiritual community, there's this dynamic of wanting and desiring things, not realizing the thing that you want to manifest is not what you actually want. It's the result of getting love from it. And I don't mean like, a phone or money that you're going to actually get love from the money or the thing. It's the getting of the money or getting of the thing that's new is that you can show other people that you have it. Why would you buy the latest iPhone if no one existed on planet Earth? I know that sounds a little bit weird, but if there were no other people on the planet, right, and the iPhone came out, let's just say God created the newest iPhone, right? You wouldn't necessarily desire it, number one, right? Because you are by yourself and you're just in the energy of love or whatever it is, right? And number two, you have no one to compare yourself to, right? Number three, you're not seeking any validation or needing the new phone in order to like impress other people or whatever it is. So subconsciously, we have to realize that we are an organism, and there's these subtle survival mechanisms that we have that make us want and desire these things unconsciously. So this might not be happening consciously, it's happening unconsciously. And if you were born, the analogy that I always have is if you were born in the Amazon rainforest, right? And there's no TVs, there's no cars, there's just birds and the guacamayo, the parrot, the lizards, the spiders or whatever it is, right? There's just the animals, and there's fire, wood, and plants and food and whatever it is, the fruits and the vegetables. If you were born in that reality, you had no need to desire for anything or want to manifest anything. It's only because you've been conditioned that way that you want and desire these things. And so everybody deep down wants this one thing, and it's love. Everything leads back to love, period. It doesn't matter which direction you go, even if you go in the direction of the evil, right? Evil, bad, right? When you go in that direction and you look at people who are bad in it, well, they are missing love, right? They are missing a love in their lives. And the more love, if they had love from when they were born, from when they was younger, and it was a love that was true and the energies were true, then they wouldn't be so far away from love and experiencing love. And so back to the story of the ayahuasca is that, like, I asked the ayahuasca, hey, like, can you teach me law of attraction 2.0? I want to understand the law of attraction. I want to really understand the truth behind it and how it actually works, and how to truly manifest your reality. And I had several experiences which literally blew my mind. Okay. So with the ayahuasca, there's a dialogue that you can have between you and the plant, right? And even with things like iboga, I've heard some crazy stories about iboga, plant medicine, and you can literally have a dialogue with iboga, apparently, right? You can ask it any question you want, and it's going to give you the answer for it, okay? And that is just absolutely insane. And so I actually met someone who did this, right? And they asked the plant medicine, what is it I'm supposed to do? What am I supposed to build in this life? And the Iboga gave this person the whole entire business plan for a company that has now become really successful. How is that even possible from plants, right? From Mother Nature. And that's what we got to understand, is that there's an intelligence or God inside of these plants, and it's important to even consume them as fruits and vegetables, etc. And so with the ayahuasca, right, you can have this dialogue with it. You can communicate with it. And it was telling me, hey, you see that woman over there? It was just a woman in front of me, right? See that woman over there? She's going to sit up and yawn in a second, right? And I just like, what? Like, and you would not believe that she was laying down. She sat up and she yawned. I'm just like, what the hell? What's going on? This is crazy. Now, you don't have to believe what I'm saying, but there were multiple circumstances where this happened, and it just blew my mind. So it showed me again, okay, guess what? I'm gonna make thunder right now. I'm gonna have lightning, right? And seconds later, there was thunder and lightning. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Then it started raining. And it's like, what's going on? And if you've watched some of my old videos, I know how to speak light language or light language, okay? Light language with my hands, with the signs, right? And it activated me for light language. And what was interesting is that the light language was in tune with the music or the Icaros that was playing at the ceremony, and the the language that I was speaking. I don't want to go too deep into it, but basically it knew when the next song was coming, when the next song was going to stop, how it was playing. I don't know how to explain it, but I just want to digress and like kind of focus on the main topic of this video. But essentially, the ayahuasca started to teach me, hey, like, you need to open your heart, right? You need to work on opening your heart, and you need to focus on love. Okay, focus on love. Open your heart, focus on love. Open your heart, focus on love. What does this world do to us, right? It does the opposite of that, right? Takes us away from love. It makes us focus on material things, right? Now, when I talk about love, I'm not talking about ego-based, dualistic thinking love, right? That's been constructed by the mind and ego on what society says love is. I'm talking about the real love, unconditional love, love that stems from God, the Most High, Jesus, Allah, Krishna, whatever name or label you want to put on it. The real love, right? Love beyond the mind, love beyond the ego. And this is the key. It's like, if we just had that and we embraced that and we embodied that, we will now be whole and complete. If we all operated from that space, and I'm talking about the whole world, we wouldn't have as much problems, right? And we would all be working as one organism. And so it was teaching me about love, and that I need to focus on love only. And I was like, what does it actually mean to focus on love only? And I started to realize that you want to see love in everything, even the bad. I was like, wow. So I'm judging things as bad and good, good and bad. And that is creating polarity, right? And polarity is a construct that is made by the ego, and it causes us to create problems or challenges, right, in our reality. That's what we label them, but in reality, they just is. And so in the Quran, there's this saying, I can't remember the exact words. Forgive me, I'm not like, haven't fully like studied this or anything like that, but there's this saying like, you want to see everything as God. That is like so beautiful when you think about it. It's just like seeing everything as God. And the way that I see it is God's living life vicariously through us. It's like, how can you work with that energy of being there now all the time, and that every time you look at something, you're looking as if you're looking, as God. You are the experience of God, and you're looking around in this beauty, magnificent planet that we're on right now. And you're seeing it like that. People, good, bad, ugly, great, whatever we label it with the dualistic thinking, we're not seeing them anyway that way anymore. We're not seeing them as good, bad, whatever. You are operating through the presence of God. And so there is no judgment on this person's earning this amount of money, this person's good, this person's bad, or whatever it is. And so with that embrace, or embracing that energy, is allowing for you to operate on a very high vibrational frequency. Okay, it's the only thing should I say, I wouldn't say want. I'm just going to change that a little bit. We don't necessarily want it. We are it. We just need to be reminded that we are it. And when we're reminded that we are it, we can now function from that space, right? And so we have to remind ourselves, because the ego is going to constantly get in the way of that. But that is a high vibrational frequency. It's only your brain bringing your vibration down. Your conditioning, your lower worlds, your lower self, sexual, property, money, all of this stuff is the lower worlds, the lower realms. Not bad here, right? When I say the lower worlds, I'm not saying bad, right? But these desires for things and material world are the lower worlds, and we want and desire for them. Transcending all of that, stepping into the heart, stepping into love and above, stepping into these frequencies is going to shift our entire reality when we remember who we really are. We are the one beyond the mind, the one beyond the ego. And that is where pure beauty comes in. And we are in what Abraham Hicks calls the vortex. We are in truth. We are in enlightenment. We are in isness. We are learning to be in samadhi, in nirvana. We are learning how to experience enlightenment, how to experience presence more. So people like Muji, Eckhart Tolle, right? Even Sadhguru, teach these practices of being present, being here, being in the now. There are many other teachers out there. I just want to do the famous ones that you might know and might be aware of. And this is the frequency, man. All of them who I just mentioned are successful, what we call successful in this world, by just being in that state, right? And that's the beauty of it. It's no perseverance and determination and will and hustle and grind and the substance of this world, conquer and, all of this stuff, masculine, masculine, masculine. Neither is what I'm saying feminine, feminine, feminine. It just is. It's the balance between masculine and feminine. So you can see right now I'm making a video, which you might be perceiving as masculine energy. I'm creating content. I'm creating a video. And in our dualistic thinking, it looks as if I'm taking action. But I can tell you, action is taking me right now, because I just finished a call with one of my clients, and it just came through me to make this video right now. Okay, action is taking me, right? And so there is no perseverance, determination, hustle, and grind. It's just pure God, joy, love flowing through me, and I can't help but do it. This is where I think if the whole world operated from love and just like wanting to contribute in this way, man, it'll be crazy, man. Like, it'll be crazy out here. When I say crazy, I mean crazy in a good way, of course. And so everything leads back to love. Every single thing you can think of leads back to love. Okay, let me show you another example of this, right? When we have an emotion, let's just say it's a negative emotion, right? A negative emotion, let's go to a very low one, like shame, guilt, depression, apathy, right? These particular emotions are low vibrational. It's some of the lowest states that we can feel and experience. Grief, right? Very low vibrational frequencies, right? Right. So depression. What is depression? Okay. We're going to use labels and we're going to go up and up and up and up, and you're going to realize, right? Depression. What is depression? Depression is an emotion. Okay. Emotion. What is an emotion? An emotion is a collection of thoughts, beliefs, right? That's right. Emotions are a collection of thoughts, or it started with a thought or beliefs, right? Okay, what are thoughts and beliefs? Thoughts and beliefs are electrical signals going on in your brain, right? Maybe it's outside of your brain, depending on what kind of philosophy you have on this reality, right? Right. So electrical signals going through the brain. What is electrical signals going through the brain? Energy. What is energy? God, right? What is God? God is love, right? God can replace with love, right? God, love, same thing, right? So everything, everything you can think of, right? Doesn't matter what it is. Every time you go up and you label it up and you label it up and you label it up, it leads back to God. Doesn't matter because it's all energy. Okay, so the only thing we are after when we want the new phone or the car or whatever it is, what you really want is love. And so why not just be love right now? Why not just go there now and stop all of it? All the manifesting, all the creating, trying to hustle and grind, like forget all of that. Like step into love and see where love takes you. And I'm not saying to be willy-nilly, like just do whatever. Like we live in the 3D, we got to be a little bit practical out here, right? Don't want to be losing the couch out here, right? We want to make sure that we're a little bit practical about this love energy that's unfolding within us and allowing that to flow. And family members are going to be like, why are you acting different? They're going to try and suppress your energy. Friends are going to be like, what's going on over here, right? Suppress the energy, right? This is their conditioning. And then you got to break through from their conditioning, moving from ethnocentric level of consciousness to world-centric level of consciousness and breaking free from the tribe, right? And understanding that over here, they're still operating on a certain frequency. And of course, they're going to try and pull you back in like crabs in a barrel because the matrix has conditioned them to behave in that way, right? So that when they see something different, they want to like say something about it. They want to use a few words. They want to make you feel bad about it. They want to make you feel guilt and shame about it because they want you to be like them, a part of the conditioning, a part of the programming of the matrix. In reality, what they really want is love, right? They feel like you're leaving them behind, right? And you're being different and you're going outside the box. And so this is the challenge that we have, is that our environment manufactures our success. The people around us manufactures our success. If you hang around 9 broke people, you will eventually become the 10th. If you hang around 10 rich people, you will eventually become the 10th. If you hang around 9 spiritual people, eventually you'll become the 10th, right? Because your environment affects your results with manifestation, with your life, everything, okay? We have an energy field, right? And the energy field operates from the heart, right? It comes from the heart. And if someone is high vibrational frequency, you like high vibration, and someone's a low vibrational frequency, and those two people meet, their energetic field or electromagnetic field are intertwining, right? They're going together, right? A little bit, right? And so what's going to happen? There's going to be a median. Right? It's going to be a median. So your vibration is going to lower, their vibration is going to meet, right? And that's what happens, right? And so if you hang around people who are high vibrational or whatever it is, and there's 9 of them, right? You will eventually be picked up by that energy and become the 10th. Does that make sense? And so this is why I tell people to use the law of exposure, because if you put yourself out there in environments that are accustomed to the success that you want, I don't know if accustomed is the right word, then you will be able to soak that energy up in a weird way. Not in a negative that I'm trying to pull energy out of people, but you'll be able to benefit from it. Every time I've hung around with successful people in terms of material success, my income's gone up. Why is that? Because there's a certain energy in the ether. There's a certain vibration. There's certain things that you pick up on subconsciously, energetically, and it just happens. It just happens. You're not necessarily learning anything specific and practical about this world. It's more like, okay, I benefit from this energy, and so when you do those practical things, it's coming from a different vibrational frequency. So this is why the energy of love is so powerful, and it's something that I help people get to more and more in releasing stuff from their past, their emotions, their traumas, their wounds, all of this stuff, and ultimately raising their vibration, healing their heart, which is very, very important. Not the heart chakra, talking about the physical heart. The heart has memory, and once you release that, it will transform your life. Okay, so if you would like to continue this journey with me, there's a link in the description. Much love. See you in the next video. Peace.